Look, we're going to have a few of these interviews over, before Thursday. I'm hoping to get Winston and David Seymour. We've got the Mayor of Auckland, Wayne Brown. Wayne Brown is going to join us on Monday. Bob Jones is coming on Tuesday. So we got a whole lot of people who have got something to say or have influenced the country during the course of the year will be joining us to have a chat in the run-up to us, our last show on Thursday. One of the people I think has really had an impact in media across the country, probably on the election as well, has been Julian Batchelor, who is variously described by mainstream media as like a Nazi, the second coming of the Antichrist, a traitorous, terrible, racist New Zealander, Beelzebub, the devil, by others, a free speech advocate, a man who encourages genuine debate in this country, a Democrat. And I think he's a lot of things to a lot of people. He has always been willing to come on the platform and share his views and argue his point. And I'm very pleased to welcome, for probably the final time this year, Julian Batchelor onto the air on the platform. Julian, season's greetings. How are you?
Yeah, sure, and Merry Christmas to you too. Good intro, a Nazi.
Well, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, no, I know, that's exactly how the media, but you're a Nazi as well. You're they attacked you, you weaponised the platform.
The T-shirts. I'll tell you what, we've made 100 of the T-shirts, thanks to Chloe. We've sold now 60. I know. We've sold 60 of them.
Oh, well, you can send me one because I think that's fantastic. I'm still wearing your one around the place, the one that you gave me when
Which
I came
one, the What is a Woman one or the Join the Resistance?
The What is a Woman one. No, the What is a Woman one because
mind you, they're getting pretty low in stock too. Yeah.
No, they were good.
Julian, you have had, and I was wondering if you had stats on this, how many meetings have you heard, have you tried to hold this year or had, how many meetings overall do you think you've had? If you were going to,
we had 82 meetings. We've printed and distributed half a million booklets, actually 530,000 booklets to houses all over the country. That was before the election. They're still going out. People are still wanting them. And I've just produced a new book called The Psychology of Takeover, which is 16 strategies Maori radicals are using to take over the country. And we're seeing all that outplayed now with bullying, intimidation, threats, and so on. So that booklet's going to come out, and we're full steam ahead for a tour of New Zealand.
What a year! What a busy year! And a lot of those meetings contested, protested, shut down, venues pulled. You have really lived a life in 2023.
Oh, it's been a great year. I've absolutely loved it and met so many people. We've got a whole team of people around the whole country, thousands involved now who are positive and who are with us and who are supportive, and they can see what's going on. There's a massive groundswell of people in this country who are very encouraging about Winston Peters and Seymour and Jones. Parliament's much more entertaining now than it ever was, and Winston's on the loose. He's like a Rottweiler in there. I think Luxon's a bit of a poodle at the moment. But those other guys, particularly Winston, he's in his element, and he's doing an absolutely incredible job to try and right the ship here and get democracy back on track in this country.
Well, I was going to ask you this, Julian, with the change of government, with Winston Peters in, with ACT in a national government, and literally I'm hearing things like, I was talking to a friend on Wednesday who'd flown down from Auckland for a function, and he said, I went through and he said none of the terminals, the airport terminals, were using Te Reo anymore. So he said, and he's a guy who'd lost his flight, missed a flight once because they never used the English word. He said none of it.
I heard about that. Yep. I heard that. I heard the airports had had Maorified, and Australia as well.
Oh, they're unmaorified. But what they're unmaorifying now. I mean, I think TVNZ is fighting a desperate, politically inspired rearguard action to use more Te Reo since the change of government, not less. But surely, Julian, your race is run. Your battle is won. You can can pack up the booklets and go home.
Come on, Sean. Wash your mouth out. I know you're just saying that because
I think a lot of people would look from the outside, Julian, and say you got what you wanted. You got a change of direction, and clearly a change of cultural direction in this country.
Yeah, but you know what? The coalition agreement is a fantastic start. And when I saw that rolled out, I thought, oh, you know what? We've had an impact, and it's wonderful. It's a great, great start. But the jury's out as to how much they're going to be able to affect in the next 3 years. Are they going to be able to do what they said they're going to do? Let's just watch. And
We've
wait
been told
see.
Three Waters is gone next year. That's what Luxon said yesterday. You know, they've got this list and they're going to work their way through it.
Yeah, but you know what? This is the thing. What you've got is Luxon's going to keep co-governance going. He's told us that. He thinks it's iwi and co-governance arrangements with natural resources is going to keep going for him. And I've said to everywhere, and I'm still saying that if you keep co-governance going, co-governance is like cancer. You've either got to go into remission, complete cure, or not. And it's got to go. Because what will happen is, mark this, is that there will be a day when National, Winston Peters and ACT are out. And that's just the way the New Zealand political cycle goes. And Labour, Te Pāti Māori and the Greens will be back in. And what will they do? They'll put the foot flat to the boards again with co-governance. They'll fire it all up again, fire up Marification. They'll fire up separatism and racism and apartheid. And it'll all be back on again. So you've got to get rid of this thing once and for all. And
well, how do you do that, Julian? What then is the new strategy and what is this thing that you're getting rid of?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're doing a tour next year called the Treaty Truth Tour of New Zealand, going around, and I'm hoping to get double the number of meetings. In other words, we had 82 this year. Well, I want to get a couple of hundred meetings going, and we're going to really focus on educating the public about the treaty, the truth of it, because everything you're getting at the moment, even what happened at Te Papa, was all messy and unclear, and we are trying to educate the public about what the treaty really is, so that if it comes down to a referendum.
Sorry. So if it comes to the referendum, well, we don't even know what the referendum's going to ask, do we?
It's going to ask people to vote on the treaty, and they can't vote intelligently unless they know that treaty. So we're going to focus on educating the public and bringing them into a place where they can make an intelligent decision. Why don't you
just jump to the end of this, Julian? Aren't you really campaigning for the removal of the Treaty of Waitangi from, if you like, the constitutional operation of New Zealand?
No. I don't want that at all, because I think if you got back to the treaty in Maori, which is what I'm doing, trying to bring people back to the treaty in Maori, you'd have one law for all, you'd have equality, you'd have... Because, you see, when the British came here, they installed democracy. And democracy means one law for all. It means everybody's treated equally. It means no racial group gets any preference or a special handout.
But Julian, when they introduced the treaty, they were introducing sovereignty or the crown. They were introducing monarchy and colonialism to New Zealand. And in fact, when New Zealand was founded under the treaty, not everyone got the vote. Women didn't, for example. So it wasn't this previous utopia, was it?
No, you need to come to my treaty education course, Sean.